Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. Then we can be assured that other nations will not treat America with respect, the respect that we deserve.
What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And today, we are going to be discussing a race that I cannot believe I'm discussing. But we're going to be discussing an election that's happening in the state of Wyoming. This may be the first time I'm doing a deep dive into an election in the great state of Wyoming. I know, that's a first. Now, before I forget, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash that like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And, yeah. So, folks, we'll be discussing the House election in the state of Wyoming and discussing who's going to win this race, debunking some narratives, and just talking about how much of a dump this election truly is. And we need some background context because obviously everybody knows Liz Cheney. If you don't know who Liz Cheney is, look up her father, Dick. That's his name. He's one of the worst vice presidents ever, alright? He is one of the main reasons that, we had endless wars in the Middle East for years. He's a fraud and he lied about a lot of crap for years. He caused the death of millions for complete nonsense. So, Liz Cheney is maybe better, alright? Liz Cheney has a decent voting record on abortion. That's about it. She has a garbage voting record on stuff like foreign affairs, immigration, etc. And she's one of the most openly anti-Trump candidates I've ever seen. Alright, not as bad as Kinzinger in my opinion, but either way, Cheney, in a state that Trump won by 50, I think it was, has bashed Trump repeatedly for nonsense after nonsense after nonsense. I mean, seriously, she is part of the January 6th Commission, one of the biggest scams in American history. She's just an awful person, awful candidate, and awful on the issues. And she does have serious primary challengers. Now, before, Trump endorsed somebody, there were two candidates that I thought, okay, we're going to get one of the two, right? They're both great candidates. You had Anthony Bouchard, I think that's how you say his name, and Chuck Gray. You had two solid candidates on the issues, and I thought, okay, both of them are surging in the polls, and this was a race that Liz Cheney is going to lose, and she's going to still lose no matter what. I mean, look at this. Her favorability rating, alright, is 71% unfavorable. The only group that's somewhat maybe favorable of her is Democrats/independents, and that's only 47% favorable. Only 21% favorable within the Republican Party. So this nonsense being spread by the loser right saying Liz Cheney will win, her maximum vote share is 26%. That's it. That's her floor. Even without a runoff, she is losing this race. But yeah, back to the candidates. You had Anthony Bouchard and Chuck Gray. Now, here's a problem with the two. One, Chuck Gray dropped out. That was sad. He was good on the issues and he was running for Secretary of State. And I wish him luck. Then you had Anthony Bouchard, who did appear to be the frontrunner to take out Cheney. Well, read this here. Essentially, alright, he impregnated a 14-year-old girl when he was 18. And I know some of the stuff got misled. A lot of people got misled, like, oh, he raped somebody. No, he didn't. But still, it's a bad story. I mean, the two got married, they divorced a couple years later, and the same girl committed suicide at the age of 20. So it's a disgusting situation, and it's bad. And he should have never talked about it. This sunk his campaign 100%. It sucked. On the issues, he was good. He was running a good campaign. He was picking up serious steam. So that is why neither of those candidates are, viable. One is dropped out. The other one is just, 2% of the polls now? However, Trump did make an endorsement here. Thank goodness. There is a candidate that appears to be ousting Liz Cheney. Harriet Hageman. Look, I am usually not that critical of Trump endorsements. But originally, I thought this was one of the worst endorsements Trump made. Look, it is a fact that, she is going to win this race. Don't give me this nonsense that she won't. She has gotten the endorsements and support of many, many prominent people. She's going to win this election. However, there are serious question marks about Hageman. Her past is very, how do I say this? Very, not Trumper, never Trumper. And she was a buddy with Liz Cheney back in 2016. She bashed Trump repeatedly. And a bunch of other stuff that came out. And again, people can change. And she has been running a good campaign. However, my fear is we just get Liz Cheney 2.0. Again, she's running as a pro-Trump candidate, but in 2016, which again, I know people can change, she bashed Trump repeatedly. And not for, reasonable things, most absurd thing, he's a Nazi, he is going to send us to the frickin' camps or something like that. It's just no. Nobody said that about Trump except people like her. And, again, could she be a good representative? I think she could be an upgrade over Liz Cheney no matter what. It's just, it sucks that we have to take a kind of a big risk with Hageman. Again, she could be good. And you can look at her issues page right here, and it is a decent page. I mean, her first thing is protecting our Constitution, deregulating the administrative state. Again, some people may disagree with it. I think that, this is fine, especially in a state like Wyoming, standing up for election integrity, etc. It's just, my issue is, some of this just seems very generic. Though it is good that she talks about, hey, we gotta stop shipping our jobs overseas. This is stuff that I do like, but it's oh boy, it's keeping taxes low. Again, that's good, but it's that should not be your main platform. So this is my issue with Hageman. There is a chance she flops. However, I do think she is a significant upgrade over Liz Cheney. I do think everybody should vote for her because if she does suck, we can get rid of her. But also, we can finally kill the Cheney quote-unquote dynasty. It's about time. That family has caused so much hardship to this country and across the world. They are indirectly/directly responsible for countless death, for their incompetence, for their lies, etc. So I do hope everybody does support Hageman, and I think the primary is in June. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's a very quick video today, I know, but kind of the only thing I wanted to talk about, kind of like a quick deep dive into Wyoming. So yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.